You ever notice that maybe you or maybe someone that you've heard of, their manifestations show up the moment that they gave up? You swear that you've done everything. You've done the 10K affirmation challenges. You've done the letter under the pillow. You've scripted. You've visualized. You did sat scenes. You did all the things every day religiously. And then one random Tuesday, you gave up and then it showed up. It didn't show up because you gave up. It showed up because you let go of the self that was trying to get something that you already had. So in today's video, I'm going to go over why things happen when you give up and how you can just apply it to all of your manifestations. Before I get into that, hi, if you are new to me, I am Alchemistic. I post content on manifestation. If you are interested in working with me personally, links to my services is in the description. I also have a member site of my channel if you want to check that out. And I have a Skool community where I post members content. I do live hot seat coaching, and we are such a supportive group over there. So if you want to check that out, information is in the description box as well. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So like I said, you did not give up. You just gave up the old identity that was trying to get something that you already had. And therefore, because you gave up, you allowed the new identity that you were doing all these things to try to shift be able to experience. And therefore, the mirror could finally change because you changed within self. That is why giving up is really the secret, because you're giving up the old self. Think of it like the Olympic torch relay, right? One runner hands off the torch to another and it stays lit. They're not dropping it. They're not snuffing out the fire. They're handing it off. That is the old identity handing off the reality to the new identity. That was you giving up, handing the torch over so that the light that experiences the reality, the lens that you look through, can actually see it. The torch also is the identity. When the old identity was holding it, they were doing all the things, the affirmations, the scripting, the sat scenes, all these things to try to get something that they already were. So when you're passing the torch, you're not giving it up. You're handing it to the new reality that you want to experience. You're actually now aware of it. Instead of focusing on, I need to do these 10K affirmations today to get the thing. You stepped out of effort and into embodiment. You see, what true manifestation is it's reality shifting. 100% it's reality shifting. And this is proven in every single thing in existence. It can be law of attraction, law of assumption, any manifestation teaching, spirituality, religion, pop culture, science, quantum physics, psychology, all of it. Everything in your reality is showing you it every single day until you understand it. So how you shift realities is by being the identity that is experiencing the reality that you wish to experience. So the techniques don't manifest. Your identity does. It's who you say you are. It's who you are being in relation to your reality, in relation to the reflection that you are seeing. And here's the thing. Everything is happening now. So the power of now by Eckhart Tolle, I know is ridiculed in this space, but what you need to take away from it is everything is now. Whether you are 5 years old, 80 years old, or whatever age you are right now. I say this in all of my content. I've been saying this in live streams probably since the beginning. Everything happens now. All versions of you are right now. All versions of reality are right now. It doesn't matter what you identify as right now. There is always a different version. Always, of everything. Infinite versions of reality. Right? So you shift the reality by being the identity that is experiencing that reality. That is all the techniques do. So if you are doing robotic affirmations, for example, and you are saying, I am loved by SP. It doesn't matter what you're saying. All that matters is that you're integrating and embodying the version of you that is loved by this person. And thus, you experience it. But have you ever noticed, like I mentioned before, that when people stop doing the robotic affirmations, all of a sudden it shows up? Because they've already fully embodied it. That's all it is. So the technique doesn't matter. You could literally say the opposite, but if you are being the identity that is still experiencing it, it will still happen. This is why I fixed the relationship with my son, regardless of how I was feeling. Every single day I was crying. Every single day I was spiraling. And you've probably heard this before. It doesn't matter if you spiral because you can still manifest. I'm proof of that. It's not the technique. It is not your human feelings or your human emotions. It is who you are being. It is who you say you are. Once you become the identity that doesn't need all these techniques, they don't need to try, they just are, that's when you experience your desire. 100%. I want you to think about it. Anything that has came easy in your life, and there's got to be something, you didn't have to do all these things for, right? Did you have to do affirmations or visualizations or all of these things to have the device that you're watching me on? I don't care if it's a smartphone. I don't care if it's a tablet. It could be a laptop. It could be even your TV. Some of you guys watch me on TV. Okay. Did you have to do all those things to have the device that you're watching me on? No. Did you have to do affirmations to have air to breathe? Do you sit here and say, I've got air to breathe. I've got air to breathe. Oh, I've got air to breathe. No. Do you have to do visualizations for the sun to rise every morning? No, it just does. That's why the technique does not manifest. It is who you are being. It's who you say you are and what is already normal for you. It's your default setting. And normal is kind of boring. I'm going to be making a video on that here soon because most people get stuck because they're expecting this grandiose type of thing. They're expecting something, amazing. But then when it happens, it just feels normal and it feels boring to them. I'll be making a video on that soon. But regardless, back to the topic at hand. The things that you have in your life right now that are your normal, that are boring to you, that are just, it's there, it's whatever, right? You didn't have to do all these techniques for. You didn't have to obsess over. You didn't have to look for signs. You just were the person that already had them. In that shift, you didn't change the mirror. You stopped being the identity that was sitting there begging the reflection to change. You became the identity that the mirror responded to. So that's it, guys. That's a video. And if you want more help with your identity, with actually shifting your identity, I have a free self-concept guide. It is in the description below. And again, if you'd like to work with me personally, links to my services is in the description. I have a member site on my channel also if you want to check that out. And I have a Skool community. It's called The Alchemists, where I post my members' content over there. I do live hot seat coaching, and we have an amazing community over there. And there's so much more to come in that community. So I hope to see you over there. But if not, that's okay. I want you to comment if anything I said in this video made it click for you and you're like, oh yeah, okay? I want to hear about it. Comment below. Comment if you had any aha moments, any light bulbs went off, any breakthroughs. And maybe I just said things that you already knew. I would love to hear it. But until next time, guys, I know no matter who's watching my videos, day or night, you're about to have the best day or night of your life. And I already know that that's the case for you. Take care.